Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk-In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for the upcoming week of November 29th through to December 9th, 2021. My name is Claire Candy Huff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. Now, if you're interested to find out more information about walk-ins, you can read about my remarkable experience along with invaluable information for all of those who have had this walk-in experience. You can read about it in my #1 Amazon International best-selling book, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. Now, this book is the sequel to yet another #1 Amazon International bestseller, which is One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, it's lovely to be in your energies again. Welcome back, and thank you so much for liking and sharing this video. And if you are new to the channel, a big welcome to you. Let me introduce myself. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having attuned many Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world during the last 19 years. I am an intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher. I'm a psychic clairvoyant channel, tarot card reader. I do past life healings and ancestral clearings. I also am offering a new service, which is twin flame energetic reconnection sessions. And this is for those to be reconnected with their twin flame on the rare occasion that they should be on planet Earth with you. And if they're not, in the majority of cases, they're across the veil. But you can still have this remarkable energetic reconnection with them, and I provide this service. So if you're interested in any of my services, in any of my award-winning books, please do visit Angel Healing House at angelhealinghouse.com, or you can also call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in beautiful Santa Monica, California. I hope all those people who celebrated this week had a lovely Thanksgiving, relaxing time with family and friends. And with the arrival of this holiday, well, the gift-giving season is now in full swing. And with as so much we love this time of year, even though we might love it, getting together with family and loved ones and getting caught up in everything that happens around this time of year, it can be very stressful for many. To counter that stress, and as a gift for yourself or perhaps for a loved one, my guided angel meditation CD, which is entitled Letting Go of Concerns and Living in the Now. It's a wonderful way to de-stress and regain one's peace and tranquility at this often harried time of year, or really throughout the whole year, when all we want to do is de-stress. The CD takes listeners on a wonderfully narrated, guided meditation. It takes you on your own journey with the angels, and it walks you through very practical exercises with vivid visualizations, soothing, inspiring musical accompaniment, and sound effects that help free ourselves from the burden and concerns of daily life. One client who purchased this CD wrote, "Dear Candy, I've just finished your meditation with the angels, and I'm stunned. Yours is the best guided meditation I've ever have experienced. I'm so grateful and thankful for your work and your love. Thank you so much. I feel so loved and cherished, and the visuals were so clear. I feel reborn. I feel different. I feel better off, protected, happier, and guided. Thank you so much. Blessings to you and to your beautiful work." And that comes from Mandy Arwin. You can purchase Letting Go of Concerns and Living in the Now by phoning Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, or you can find that CD with all my services and my information about my award-winning books on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Now, before we go to any tarot cards, if you're a new subscriber or a new viewer, I will be pulling some tarot cards and oracle cards about this, what we can expect for this upcoming week. But I like to start each week by taking a look at those celestial heavens, at the astrological effects, to see how they are and will be affecting us. Now, as I mentioned in my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, which, by the way, airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, each and every one of us is in a 40-day time period, and it started on November 11th, on the 1111, that powerful portal which opened then, and it goes through from 1111 through November 21st, 2021. And this time period will be life-changing for many. Now, that 40-day time period has always been significant, for it's mentioned no less than 146 times in Scripture. Now, for instance, Moses lived 40 years in Egypt and 40 years in the desert before Creator God Source selected him to lead his people out of slavery. Moses was on Mount Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights on two separate occasions, before he received God's laws. The prophet Jonah warned the people of Nineveh for 40 days that the world would be destroyed. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights as Noah's ark drifted on the waters. And Yeshua went into the wilderness for meditation and fasting and time to really integrate this deep knowing for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, the posse of angels is sharing that number 40 generally means a time of testing or a trial period. We are all going through a self-examination to release anything that is not in alignment for us to be able to reside in the fifth dimension as high vibrational light beings living on planet Earth. And she is becoming an ascended planet of light. This massive time of self-introspection is actually allowing us to release and let go of anything that is no longer serving us, that is not in alignment with all that we now wish to create for ourselves. Now, on one hand, this is great. With all the clearing work that we've done, we get to have one more deep dive to see if there's anything left to surrender that is no longer in alignment, which just might hamper us from moving forward into the fifth dimension. But the not so great news is that this deep dive into finally releasing any unconsciously held negative emotional attachments, it's causing many to feel physical symptoms. Now, some of us may be feeling downright nauseous. It's like we want to throw up and purge ourselves from these deeply held negative emotional attachments. But remember, to really release emotions, we have to feel them. Now, there are some who might be feeling dizzy, as if one has vertigo, or you might be feeling like in 1 minute you're here in the present moment, and then whoop, the next moment you're somewhere else, and then whoop, immediately you may snap back to where you physically are. This is like a glitch. This is a timeline jumping as we are integrating higher frequencies that will eventually allow us as higher conscious crystalline beings of light who are able to easily bilocate, and this means to be in two locations at the same time and to be able to function in parallel dimensions. So if you're feeling this, here one moment, out the next, and then here, it's like it's almost as if we're practicing. We're practicing to wear this suit of being these multidimensional crystalline light beings that are able to do this time jumping or this bilocation. Now, the posse of angels is reminding us that it is vastly important for us certainly not to judge ourselves. And this is especially true if you've done a lot of healing and clearing work. I'm especially teaching, especially emphasizing this for spiritual teachers and healing practitioners, but it's relevant to everybody out there. And we might consider ourselves to be very spiritual, and we've done a lot of forgiveness work and unconditional love around people and events in our lives. If emotions do arise, be very kind, be very gentle with yourself, try to stay centered, be in the present moment, and stay as that neutral observer, only observing and allowing yourself to acknowledge your part in creating this unsettling contrast of either a person or an event. And this is so that you could thank it for teaching you lessons, although those lessons came in very deep contrast. Remember the lessons in things like tolerance, forgiveness, and acceptance, and being humble and patient. They certainly don't come easy. Bless the person, bless their choices and their journey. Release the need to be right so that all that is left is just peace and joy and forgiveness and unconditional love. This is especially true for feelings of grief and shame over our previous choices and decisions that we made which caused harm to others, and certainly it may have caused harm to ourselves. Now, this emotional purging at this time, it's creating space for only those things of the highest vibrational frequency to be part of our lives. And it's creating much needed room to take on and integrate higher levels of light frequencies. It is truly an amazing time here on planet Earth. And please do remember, out of the billions of souls who wish to be here at this time in Mother Earth's ascension, her shift into a planet of light, you were chosen. You were chosen. You auditioned for this role, and you were chosen because of your courage, because of your strength, and your history, as you have been through similar times of revolution before on the planet. And your talents, your gifts, your skills, and your abilities are so needed as an aid to Mother Earth and the collective in this transformative ascension. I've had many clients say to me that they wish to find out where they have participated in revolutions in their past. And through past life healings and clearings, we've been able to walk the timeline back and see very clearly. Just these past weeks, a client discovered that she stood up against the Spanish Inquisition, except her end ended in a not so final, some would say, denouement for her life. It didn't end so nice, but she was a spiritual warrior back then and in several lives where she stood up to authority and was the example for many people during those times. The reason for this last deep dive is that it's getting our frequency to be higher vibrationally in order to step into our soul's highest purpose, to serve our Dharma. And our Dharma is our highest purpose for coming back in this lifetime. Perhaps you'll be offered an opportunity, a business offer to collaborate on an endeavor which is filled with light. Remember, we are going to be the ones that are creating these cities of light filled with structures and systems of light to replace those structures and systems that were built on greed, They were built on lies. They were built on deception and corruption. So perhaps it's a new career or a job direction that is unexpected. Maybe it entails moving towns, moving cities, moving states, moving countries, even moving continents in order to step into this new fated and destined role that you will be playing. Do remember, eclipses do bring in great twists of fate into our lives. And with that lunar eclipse that happened on the 19th, the next one is going to be a new moon solar eclipse. The new moon solar eclipse is on December the 3rd, December the 4th. And that will be ending this immense eclipse cycle that started for us on May 2020. And how much have we and the earth changed since May 2020? Although many people will be offered a new path, now the posse of angels, my angelic family, here they come, they want to wish everybody that just because we're offered something, you still have free will and free choice, and you can choose to stay where you are. But their suggestion that they're sharing is that the best way to choose whether to step forward or not, as always, is to follow your intuition. When you're presented with this new path, the first thing you should ask yourself is, does it make you feel excited? Even though there might be some trepidation and a little bit of concern that you may not have done this before, or perhaps you may not have lived in this new part of the world that you'll be presented with, their advice is just to step forward, and you'll be more than supported by the universe, and the rewards will be miraculous and great indeed. After all, this is what life is like in the higher dimensions. It's filled with synchronicities and magic and miracles that don't follow logic, and they don't follow rationale, with no more compromise, no more settling for less than what our heart so truly desires. Now, the posse of angels is sharing that by stepping forward onto this new path, we'll be entering into a whole new world of possibilities with our participation in the newer, higher timelines. These higher frequency timelines are where the new systems and structures of lights will be created through amazing elevated conscious connections and collaborations. Now, the posse of angels wish to remind us all that from this crossroad point onwards, we and we alone will be creating our realities. And they really do truly wish for us to really visualize what our perfect life looks like for us. Where are you living? What is your passion? And what is your contribution that you are serving the planet? You might sit in reflection and you might script a vision of your perfect day, which is filled with fun and creative joy, that you'll feel being a part of something and creating those structures and systems, creating something that is grander than yourselves. Feel what it's like working with kind and loving and like-minded people of the highest integrity. Feel the great fruition within of being of service and getting to do what your soul came back to do right at this time of ascension. Hold that vision to start bringing it from the etheric realm of dreams and wishes and down into your physical reality. You know, in my Angel Healing House sessions, I do help clients to break the feeling of holding themselves back and accepting compromises so that they can finally acknowledge their divinity, their powerful, sovereign, multidimensional natures to do, to be, and to have whatever their heart yearns for. For it is not about what we must give up in order to be fulfilled, but what we will gain as a result of saying yes, 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 and actioning this excitable change within ourselves as we step onto our new path. It's such an exciting time, everyone. Before I choose any cards, I am excited to share a new YouTube series, and I'm going to be posting those. These usually get posted, the Walk-in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom usually gets posted on a Saturday. And this next series that's going to be starting is every Tuesday. I'm going to be posting Time with Angel Ariel to restore hope, inspiration, and peace. One viewer commented and said, "Thank you, Angel Ariel, for such a beautiful message. Listening to this removed all my fatigue of the day's work, and it blew fresh light energy into my soul." And that comes from Shide Talk. In Time with Angel Ariel to restore hope, inspiration, and peace, I'll be presenting stories of inspiration, poems to motivate us to remember just how divine we truly are, and words of wisdom, and mini meditations to calm and to restore and promote peaceful and more hopeful energies. Please do share with others who need help in restoring their own peace and calm and hope in a brighter season to come. Let's go to the cards and see what comes out. Oh, the first card that came out in this deck, which is the Oracle of the Energies, Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Barron Reed, was this card, A Higher View, and it's a number 5. Number 5s are cards of change. They are also cards of challenges, but they present that to us so that we can eventually integrate what we've learned through those changes and challenges, and then we can proceed to that number of 6, which is more about balance and harmony and our lives balancing out once again. So this is the card of us imagining, that we have an angel's view high above our life, to see it from a different perspective, to really look back over the last 18 months, certainly to May 2020, or a lot of these tyrannical, unconstitutional restrictions happened probably around February or March, but certainly the beginning of this eclipse cycle that's ending on December 3rd or 4th, to look at it from a higher point of view and to bless it. Do not call it a tragedy. It was so necessary for the world to wake up and to see how in almost every throw of our life we were lied to, and the corruption and the level of greed and deception that was fostered on us, but that we acquiesce to. So really, this is a time to forgive ourselves for giving our powers away. So from a higher point of view, you can truly look down and become that neutral observer and thank and bless this amazing time of revealing anything that was not of light on the planet. You could let go of things, that will help you to let go of anger or sadness or bitterness or resentment or regret or blame, and help you to discover a new path, that you can, and a new way and a new perception and perspective to be able to see things. The world is wide open for you when you look at it from this perspective. All you have to do is move yourself to a higher ground, and celebrate, truly celebrate with great jubilation Mother Earth's ascension into light. And this is a higher view for all of us as we are in this testing period of 40 days until December 21st, 2021. Now, next card that popped out is from this beautiful deck, the Akashic Tarot, and it's by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. One of the reasons I like this is because it is unconventional, let's say, or not traditional. Better word is not traditional Tarot. And the card that came out for us today is this one. It's the Four Keys card, and it's the card of clearing the way. Now, these two people in their buggy with their horse came upon this tree that was blocking their way. Now, many times, we have been stopped by spirit from moving forward, and a lot of the times that is God's protection for us. And for us to be in this trial period, it is for our best good. It's not holding us back. What's yours will be divinely yours. You're not going to miss out on it. It's going to come to you in the most perfect situations in divine timing. But it is time to rise above our lives and to see it from a higher angel's perspective, to bless it, to acknowledge it, to acknowledge our part in contributing to giving our power away to authorities, to thank it, to bless it, so that we can finally release it. And this card is a strong signal, and it's a time to remove obstacles in our way. It could be in all areas of our lives during this 40-day time period, and to really look at it from a neutral point of view. Be determined and strong enough to remove blocks and take the time and attention, and it will open you up to stepping on the path of your dreams. And by doing this work at this time and clearing the way, we will be squeaky clean when we step into those new positions. And those new positions, they are fated. They're dharmic. They're destined for us. And what I speak about in my book, which is One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, I speak about our soul contracts that we wrote. So yes, you not only auditioned for this process or this time being here at this time of the great festival, the Great Awakening, but you also contracted to where you're going to put your gifts and your talents and your ability, where you're going to best be utilized for the greatest good of the collective on planet Earth, and where you're going to slot into making an enormous difference. I often have said on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show that each one of us is an integral puzzle piece of this planet. And by you working on those structures, those systems of light, stepping onto your dharmic path that you signed in your contract, in your book of life, it is going to make such a difference in the world. Next card that came out for us was from Denise Lynn. These are beautiful cards. The Sacred Forest deck. I wasn't surprised when this card came out. Just getting shivers all over. The butterfly spirit. As many of you know, that's the transformation. And this is the birth of Venus. The birth of Venus portrayed as the birth of that butterfly. You are in the process of change. Old structures, old belief systems, old ideas are falling away. We are having those things of negative attachment. Perhaps those memories come up again so that we can acknowledge them, we can thank them, we can bless them and release them. And in order for them to be replaced by a sense of new vitality, new pathways. With the coming of this solar eclipse on December 3rd and December 4th, it does herald, every cycle ending heralds new beginnings and fresh new starts. I'm hearing, please don't hold on to old structures and limited ways of thinking. Perhaps, I've always done that and therefore I never can do anything new, because this is the time to find closure with all that and to step up into your new light suit, if you will, as a powerful, sovereign, multidimensional being, experiencing a planet that is sending into a planet of light. Now, even though it seems that everything is dissolving around you, and when you look at the different structures that were built on corruption, deception, lies, and heinous crimes and greed, the medical systems, the educational systems, the politics, the governments, everything, our voting systems, everything was tainted with that corruption and greed. And one client said to me this week, "I feel like I'm dying." And I said, "Well, good for you." I said, "Because we are all dying to our former selves in which we gave our power away, and we will never give our power away, as we are autonomous, we are sovereign, we are powerful, and we are creating our own destiny." So everything around us is dissolving in order for us to be rebirthed. Just like that caterpillar, which goes into the chrysalis and is completely dissolved in a kind of liquid goop, liquid soup, before reforming into the shape of a butterfly. This is all for our highest good. And remember, you are safe. This is supposed to happen as these changes occur all around us. Now, the past is behind us. If we're going through this trial period where everything is changing, the past is behind us, and we are getting prepared to launch a new cycle, a new project, a new us, or a new we, in order to launch ourselves into the world. And with care, miracles are abounding. And that's what the fifth dimension and higher is. You're getting yourself ready and prepared to show the world and to share your authentic self. It's a beautiful butterfly spirit there. Next, I'm so blessed to have such beautiful cards. The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Barron Reed. And for the, two of these decks are by Colette Barron Reed. I have so many of her things. But this, after speaking about being at a crossroads now during this 40-day and 40-night trial period that we're in, a time of testing, this one came out, Fork in the Road. And the fork in the road is a time of change. It's a time not only of evolution, but it's a time of revolution on the planet and for bettering our circumstances. You have to ask yourself, who do I need to become? You need to become your authentic self and strip anything away that is not authentic. And in order to live a life of abundance and prosperity, in order to share who I am with the world, perhaps you need to believe in yourself more as a powerful, sovereign, multidimensional self, and to know that you can do, be, and have anything, and that there are infinite possibilities for you to experience now on the planet. At this fork in the road, yes, you need to be present and to see what this time brings up for you. If we linger too long at a fork in the road or as intersections and crossroads, our lives can become stagnant. But after this 40-day time period, and with the new moon solar eclipse happening on December 3rd or 4th, many are going to receive the direction where they need to go to in January 2022. And oh my gosh, the posse of angels are saying, after so long waiting, it's going to come like, whoop, here's the offer, and we need you here in 2 or 3 weeks' time. Move, sell your car, do this, do that, and it's going to be, very rapid for a lot of people. But again, change is inevitable. The more that we can ease into it, knowing that we are always guided and protected and supported by Creator, God Source, and the angels, then we will have all the strength and the ability that we need to stay at this crossroads, to make those adjustments, and then to allow, practice the art of allowance, saying that I don't have to push anything. What's mine is divinely mine and will always be mine, and all I need to do is open up to receive the results of my hard work and my efforts of holding the light, of holding the love for the planet, and all of those creative endeavors that you've come up with, and then allow Spirit to direct those into connections, into offers and opportunities for us. So what lovely, beautiful, beautiful messages. Thank you, the posse of angels. Let's go to my tarot cards. Oh, I had somebody come for a session yesterday, and I gave them a reading with my tarot cards, which I designed, the Angel Healing House. And yes, that's me, Angel Ariel, on the back. And they said that when they looked at the cards and they felt into them, they could feel the high vibrational light that was coming off of these cards. And I said that's because they were designed and created with the angelic language of light. Hopefully these will be available for you to purchase in 2022. Let's go. Let's go and knock, knock, knock and see what comes out. Oh, I don't know about you, but this going into December of this year seems to be really significant as we finish off 2021. Now, the posse of angels, they're jumping in here and they're saying, well, it's not going to be sunshine, lollipops, and roses on January the 1st, but they want to assure us that going in to January 2022, it's going to be a very different year to what we've experienced in the last 18 months or 2 years of the Great Awakening. There are going to be many things which are going to come to light, even more so than what it is now. And many things are going to turn around very quickly. They're saying the posse of angels, there's two things that they don't know because they haven't had earthly lives like I have and am currently incarnated in this life. They don't know much about time or money, but they are saying that by about April or May of 2022, things should be very, very different on this planet. And for you to hold on, hold the frequency, know that the light is already won, and that things are turning around. Okay, let's cut the cards and see what comes out. First card coming out for us, I love this card, is the Judgment card. And you see how this person over here, he's coming out of the woods. He's coming out of the dark. This is our 40-day time period where we've gone into the desert. We've gone gone wandering. We're taking that last deep dive to see if there's anything left that we really do need to release. And we release it in love, and we release it in forgiveness, and we release it in responsibility for our part in creating it to begin with. And this is another butterfly. Look at these butterflies here. We had the butterfly spirit in the Sacred Forest cards. And there are more butterflies here. And this shows us Archangel Gabriel, and there's Creator, God Source there. And as we come out of this time period, having turned ourselves like a caterpillar to goop or to soup, as we let go of everything we know ourselves to be reborn into a new phase of our lives, a new beginning, a resurrection of many sorts, as we step on our dharmic paths. There's the dharmic path. There's your soul's highest purpose. It's a beautiful, It's a beautiful time to be here and incarnated on planet Earth. Next card coming out for us is, I just said this, is the Wheel of Fortune card. And yes, there's our little mouse, our mouse Gabriel, who appears in all of the major arcana cards. He's lucky. He's lucky because with his little bottom sticking out of the popcorn box, he's been able to find some food. Been able to find his dinner, and the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in our favor now. This is karmic. It's fated. It's destined for us to now step on those paths. And again, it's a one card, which is of new beginnings. Says new things that will be presented with us. And I must reiterate that it's so very important. If you're excited about it, step forward, because even though you haven't done it before and it takes you to some place you might have not have lived before, you wouldn't be presented with it in these higher dimensional frequencies if you didn't have all the gifts, talents, and abilities and skills to be able to do this. So this is a very fated thing coming in for us. The Wheel of Fortune. Two major arcana cards to start with. All bodes for a very important time. Now this card is the Eight of Wands. As a result of this eclipse cycle ending and the new eclipse cycle, which actually the next eclipse cycle goes through till, I think it might be, don't quote me, but I know it's 2023, but I don't know if it's May 2023. But with the beginning of this cycle, it's going to be bringing in messages and communication of our next mission or our next calling on the planet. And the thing about the Eight of Wands is it's unexpected. It comes in swift. It probably goes against our expectations and attachments as to how things will be brought in. But if you can see in my card, the rainbow in the middle, it's bringing in those heartfelt desired and the fulfilled wishes. And of course, the hawk above is the messenger, bringing in that communique of how we are going to contribute to this new planet of light. So what else do we have? A new beginning. We have a number one. We have the Ace of Wands. Another butterfly. Oh my gosh, I love it. So look at all those beautiful buds and those new flowers that are blooming on that rod, that wand from the hand of God. Another reference to stepping on our dharmic path. Look, there's another path showing us to walk with ease and grace to our castle. This is about, for all of you who have written books, for all of you who are intuitively led to do radio programs, to do blogging, to do newsletters, to write screenplays, to do scripts or whatever, and perhaps they might not have gone someplace, this is the new starting for them. The connections and opportunities are going to come in with ease and grace and show you then the platform to be able to launch all those creative endeavors that you said very willingly yes to and brought forth. Maybe they've been on the back hopper of your hidden away in your computer or just sitting there, but the Posse of Angels want you to know you couldn't have been asked to intuitively do them if they were not going to be going anywhere or then launched out for the greatest good of yourself and the greatest good of all concerned. How beautiful. Next card. This is the card number 3. It's the card of watching our ships come in. And that's what this is. It's that time of seeing our hard work and our hard efforts finally paying off. Now, what is presented to us, they're reminding me to tell you that what is being presented to us usually after a solar eclipse is the first glimpse of what we will be working on. and our role in it. So, it portends that in 6 months' time to 12 months' time, whatever that is, will be fully up and running and we'll be able to see some results from it. But this is in the first inception of watching those ships come in, watching those connections and opportunities come in. And they're pointing to the beautiful doggy there, that white dog, and white is the number of white is the color of purity, of divinity, and the dog is to trust ourselves in the creation of this new world. And if you're doubting yourself at all, just say, I'm not here by happen chance, and I contracted to be here now. The next card that's coming out for us is the Two of Wands. Again, there's the dharmic path, but this time the person has arrived at their castle and they hold the world in their hands. Each one of us is a powerful, sovereign, independent, multidimensional being. We're creating our own worlds. We have the world in our hands, and we do it with ease and grace. We don't have to push anything anymore. It comes to us. Why? Because we know our sovereignty. That's why. And so the path appears before us, and those connections and opportunities just get presented. And the last card coming out for us is the Three of Pentacles. And this is the card of being abundantly, materially, or financially remunerated for our gifts, our talents, our skills, and our ability. And it's also the card of collaboration and connections and working with people. And they want me to focus on Mother Mary there and also on the dove. This is a time of divine intervention on the earth plane, and how this was always meant to happen so that the dark could be swept away. And look at that beautiful light streaming in. So as we do each week here on Walk in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, I go to my Making Magic, my little magnetic box of magic, to ask the posse of angels to make 3 cards jump to finish off our reading for today. Oh, I hope everyone's happy. I hope everyone's joyful as we go into this last month of the year. It has just been such a momentous time on this planet, and it's going to be even more extraordinary. What the posse of angels and the vision that I have been given is that these cities of light, which contain the structures and the systems and the businesses and all of those things that are now created for humanity, for the truth and justice and prosperity and equality to be given to all, is hovering right above the earth, the physical earth plane. They're already there in the etheric. And because the vibrational frequency and the light has risen to such a huge amount on the planet, it brings that same frequency, those cities of light, closer and closer and closer for us to be able to see it in this reality. It's absolutely amazing. This card is Felix Felicitas, a power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. Look at that. Covering my face. Okay. Felix Felicitas. Creating those unexpected events that are going to be bringing in those connections and opportunities for us to be stepping on our paths. Ooh, I just got shivers all over. So that's the first card. The second card that came out is the sun. The golden energy of the solar eclipse, the sun, will be bringing us fame and fortune. Wow, I love it. Okay, so far so good. One more posse of angels. That one jumped. achievement, win the award, winning the accolade, and winning the contract. You can't make this stuff up. Those three. The serendipitous events, the sun bringing in fame and fortune, and our achievement. Our achievement is receiving the awards, the accolades, and the contracts for our hard work and effort. No more to say there except to impart to you to go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings. Do visit me on Tuesdays. I'll be posting on Tuesdays for time with Angel Ariel's time with Angel Ariel, or time with Angel Ariel for hope, inspiration, and peace. That's on Tuesday. And also, please do call in for an angel reading, a free mini angel reading on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio, my weekly show, which will be going into its 11th year. Oh my gosh, can't believe it's 11th year. So take care, everyone. Have an absolutely beautiful week, no matter where you are. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.